I am going to put down another ship. This one is just for demonstration purposes, alright?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Which one where?
I see.
Ah, there. Joker.
So, you have standard thrusters. Your slower move speed is your regular move speed. If you're moving at that and you want to turn, okay,
Yes.
for let's say you want to do that turn, so from here to here, you must first go 3 squares. That in this particular map, I think they're a bit hard to see. So here, let me make them a bit more visible. There you go.
Okay.
So if you want to turn that much, you would have to wind up here first. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
You mean double squares? Or not?
Each
Or just
square
squares?
that you see.
Okay.
If you want to do that same turn, but with your afterburners on, you would have to move 6 squares. So you'd wind up here before you turn here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, with these particular ships, you kind of don't give a shit about your heat. You have more cooling than you can build up heat. You've got more energy than you consume because your primary weapons, namely this,
A sheet.
consume no energy.
Okay.
And the only thing that you need to worry about is your missiles. They have 12 shots. When you run out of those shots, you can choose not to reload, or you can reload, costing you 5 energy. To track your energy, you have your cargo and crew section.
I see.
If you wind up at 0 energy, you do not immediately core swap. You can choose not to. If you choose to core swap, you're going to be stuck in place without being able to do anything for 1 turn. However, you will get immediately back to max energy at the end of it. Your shields won't go down or anything, keep that in mind. Your quantity of a cargo, in this case energy, is how much you actually have at the very moment. The price is its recharge. The weight is its maximum. You can see why you don't need to care about heat. You lose 40 heat every turn.
Yes.
Additionally, if someone were to get you to max overheat, just instantly to max overheat, you will immediately cool off with no penalty whatsoever to you and fire off a critical exhaust.
And what if we end up with 0 energy and don't core swap?
You regenerate your energy as normal.
Nothing special.
Yep. It's just that if you get hit with something to drain your energy while you're at 0, you are forced into a core swap.
Okay.
Now, once you're done checking your heat and energy and overcharge and all that shit, I want you to look at your features again.
Forces the exhaust, right?
Yes, it forces your critical exhaust, which is instantaneous and costs you nothing. You have a 0 turn overheat sequence. Your overheat sequence is instant. You essentially cannot overheat.
If we don't have it, or all ships have it.
What?
The critical exhaust.
Oh, that's only for you. That's only for your specific ship. This specific ship has the modules to make an overheat sequence be 0. You can check your advanced heatsink for that.
How fucking big is this map? Okay, now let's even read it.
Okay.
Uh, 1,200. Say, fuck it.
It sounds
Nice.
like this is now combat where we don't need to be really close to each other.
Correct. Now, I want you to look at your features.
On them right now.
You
Yep.
have Evasion Drive, Astrogami Drive, and Power Router. If you look to your armor class, you might notice underneath it says 2 special actions per turn. You might notice that all those 3 that I just mentioned cost a special action.
Mhm.
Ah.
That is because if you check your Agile Drive, you might notice you have an Acceleratron.
Yep.
Now, keep in mind that all of your abilities, I believe, yes, all of them, consume no energy because of some of the other stuff you have equipped. Namely, the Kinetic Harness. The Kinetic Harness always reduces your ability costs by 3 charge points. Additionally, if you have any heat, using any sort of mobility ability reduces it by 5. But, you know, that's not really an issue for you guys. You have no way to build up heat to begin with.
Wait, where is it?
What exactly? The Agile Drive?
Kinetic Harness?
Yes,
Kinetic Drive.
Agile Drive.
Ah, okay.
How many crew actions and other actions do we have?
I'll get that in a
crew
moment.
Okay.
You understand everything about your movement abilities?
Yeah, kinda.
Feel free to roll them if you
Does-
want.
Does Evasion Drive also make a ship turn?
Yes.
Okay.
You can use your evasion drive to instantly turn, completely ignoring your turn conditions.
Nice.
Record.
Mm.
If you say we can use 2 special actions per turn,
Mm-hmm.
so what if I engage the Power Router and then the Astrogami Drive? Does the quintupled distance count for the Astrogami Drive or no?
No, because the Astrogami drive teleports you. But it does, however, count for the evasion drive.
Okay.
Ooh.
By the way, does Astrogami Drive work like relocation?
No, it's a
Nice.
teleport.
Okay, okay, I get it.
Ooh.
However, it needs to be forward, directly forward. It's not to the sides, it's directly forward.
Teleport into an enemy ship and exhaust.
What if after
Allah
teleportation
Akbar.
we accidentally end up in another ship?
If you end up in another ship, you both get immediately destroyed and die.
Okay.
Do
Let's
it.
go.
To keep it in mind.
Do it.
Now, we can go over to your weapons.
Yeah.
You see your Mercurial Cannon says 1 crew action. That means it costs 1 of your own actions. Not a full action, but an attack. So if you have multiple attacks, you can fire it multiple times. Additionally, Mercurial Cannons can also fire on a bonus action twice. So
Can we
even if
have
you
more
only
crew?
have 1 attack, you can fire it 3 times.
Yay.
By the cost of 1 action or 2?
But-
1 energy, sorry.
By the cost of 0 energy.
0 energy.
Because the cost of firing is reduced by 2, and since the cost is only 1, well,
And you have 2
you
of
ain't
them.
gaining energy back for firing.
No, you have 2. You have 2 Mercurial Cannons. You see 2x?
The
Yeah.
focusing chambers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And we can shoot both as one crew action.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
They're linked to the same button.
And can we have more crew?
No.
Aw.
Then
Oh,
you have heat-seeking missiles. These cost you 1 action. Like, the whole thing. So you can fire these once, or you can fire your Mercurial cannons. You may notice they have uses. I already told you what you do when you run out.
Reload.
Yep. You aren't forced to reload if you do not want to. You can just stay at 0.
How long is reload again?
Instant.
I mean, also an action.
Instant.
No?
Instant. It costs you nothing to reload except 5 energy.
Ah, okay.
If you do not have the energy to reload this, you can still reload it, but you're forced into a core swap.
Okay, okay.
Now, I want you to keep something in mind. These heat-seeking missiles, they come with, there's 2 of them. Anyway, also, final thing, your shielding. You have HP for it, which you can change. Understandable, right?
Yep.
You might notice a threshold that says 150. That's your recharge. You only recharge that much if you move at the very least 200 feet. That means 20 squares.
Alright.
Now,
Does that
tell me.
count the 3 squares we had to turn?
What?
Well, if we want to turn
Mhm.
45-degree angle, we move 3 squares already, and then we
Yeah.
move forward.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
is
yeah.
it 3 plus the movement we did?
It's free plus move. It's 20 squares total.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if they're backwards, forwards, left, right, up, down. I don't care.
Okay.
Now, one more thing that you should keep in mind. Your shields have no bleed through. If something breaks your shield, unless it is a specific attack, you do not take any hull damage. The attacks that will bleed through are quite few, so you don't need to worry too much about it. For example, a railgun shot will bleed through.
Or an anchor round.
Of course. An anchor round just deletes you, so, you know, for warning.
What about hull HP?
Hit points.
Where are they?
Top of your character sheet.
So
Oh, okay, that was shield
Okay,
HP.
Nope. It's... Your shield has its own HP. If you look at your shielding, on the right it says quantity CHP threshold. HP is what you're looking at.
Okay, it's the same then.
Threshold is recharge.